Hello and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. Actually, I'm gonna keep this video short, or at least I'll give you the TLDR version very quickly. So I built Lionheart Cermia. I saw that I had the gear for her. Her boots were already plus 30 since the days, 3 years ago when I thought defense percent boots were good. I didn't know that speed main stat was a thing. Her ring and necklace just happened to be there. I mean, they had the correct stats and all, so I just slapped them in. And then her sword was, in the back. Realistically, it's just when I rolled a lot of defense on one of her chest or helmet, I thought, maybe I can build Lionheart. And honestly, I regret it. Okay, I'm gonna give you the pros and cons. Actually, I can't think of pros. I want to refund this unit. I want my Molagora back. I realized this unit was released back in the days where Celilius, Violet were the top units. Okay, and I think to myself, have I faced any Violet Celilius recently? Violets, not so much. You don't see them in Arena, you don't see them in Guild War. And yeah, I remembered. Pilus, Rowana, Lionheart is a very popular Guild War combo, but it takes too long. I'm sorry to say this. The first con of Lionheart is that she's too goddamn slow, and I don't mean her speed. No. I mean the battles. I really hate it when battles drag along. It's the main reason I draft aggro. Okay, now you could be a bruiser player, you could be a control player, you could be whatever you want to be, and frankly speaking, my first point is probably invalid to you. So let's go to the second point. The units she's supposed to counter. She's supposed to counter units. She's supposed to counter, dual attacks, that kind of stuff. And honestly speaking, when I drafted her into a Spirit Isoline just Dust Deviled, boom, one-shot my Lionheart. You could argue, hey, maybe you need more HP. Get more HP, bro. Hey, listen. This unit got this gear because the stars aligned, okay? If I have to re-gear her, I will kill myself, quite literally, okay? The only unit in the game who can realistically use the Lionheart Cermia gear that I have on her right now is Delibet. And Delibet doesn't even want 50% ER. Matter of fact, give me Delibet. Yeah, just give me a Moonlight 5. How many dollars does it take to pity from 200 summons to 0? Realistically speaking, if you tell me just get different gear and slap this gear on Delibet, it's delusional. What are the odds I summon a Delibet? Like, not everyone has every Moonlight 5, which brings me to my next point, which is this gear is not even considered top quality gear on Lionheart, and that's the thing that pisses me off. This is a whale unit. If you have middling gear, she is below average, but if you have top tier gear, she is top tier. I'll go back to my second point. So Spirit Isoline is one example. Rimuru just procs S2. Okay, perfect. Boo, yeah, we can proc our Lionheart. Psych, he just uses S3 and you're done. Matter of fact, let's say you do outspeed his S2. What are you gonna do? Most Rimurus are either A, tanky, so they go Proof of Valor and then pop your Lionheart right after, or on the opposite side, they're DPS Rimurus, in which case, if you outspeed a DPS Rimuru as a Lionheart, it must have been a bad Rimuru in the first place. Okay, like, how can you battle a slow DPS Rimuru? It just doesn't make sense. Like, they usually hover around 200 speed. So, like, the odds of you outspeeding that, it's already 1 in a million. Okay? Now, this is the problem. Unless your enemy drafts Bruiser to the max, actually, not even Bruiser, when my enemy picked Chu, what did Chu do? She used S1, S2, boom. I was already basically in one-shot range. You know why? Because when your unit falls under... Actually, wait. Let's explain it from the beginning. Chu uses S1 on Lionheart. Okay, no problem. She CR pushed herself 15%. And she procced S2. S2 penetrates 50% of your defense. It is what it is. So you think to yourself, now I'm under half HP, but I procced my S2. And then, keep in mind, I have defense percent boots. And then my Lionheart procs S2. And then, what does Chu do? Okay, this is just normal arena. Now, we're not talking RTA here. Chu activates her S2 because the AI is programmed, if this unit is under 50% HP, No matter how much focus Chu has, she will use S2. And she one-shots Lionheart. It is what it is. I don't know what to say. Let's look at Alencia. Okay, Alencia uses S1, defense breaks you, boom, boom, you proc. Actually, Alencia is a pretty niche case. I don't know what to say. I haven't battled many Alencias. But what I can tell you is, the only time I've lost to Lionheart is this bullshit right here. So, Lua reset my units. You can't reset a Ravi, but Ambitious can't test 3. Ice Steven can't test 3, as you can see. A Fire Ravi is defense broken, and boom, we dual attack. This is genuinely the only time I lose. Had the turn went as normal, Lionheart will attack Ambitious. Sure, he dies, but Fire Ravi will cleanse, and then we have a chance, right? I swear, every time I lose to a Lionheart, it is some stupid, unintended dual attack. And keep in mind, they reduced the dual attack chance from 5% to 3%. So when you lose, it feels even worse. But you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault for trusting the Epic 7 community. Actually, screw Epic 7 community. It's my fault for trusting 4 or 5 YouTubers. I forgot, every time you watch an Emperor or Legend player just tell you, yo, this unit is good, remember, they're all Leviathans. They all spent money. They all have top tier gear. You legitimately cannot compete with the top players of this game simply because of gear. Remember, in the Epic 7 World Championships, some guy picked Ron into a C. Lilius. Or actually, I don't know. They picked Ron into someone who has 10 less base speed. Keep in mind, this player gave his Ron his best speed gear, and the enemy outsped him by 10 speed. Keep in mind, Ron is the fastest unit in the game. How in the hell did you outspeed a Ron? It doesn't make sense. No speed imprints, by the way. Actually, if there were speed imprints, I don't know. If speed RNG would interfere, then it's like plus 5%, minus 5%. I really hate speed RNG. I hate RNG. I hate Epic 7. Why do I play Epic 7? It's just Lionheart reminded me. This game is not friendly to your average player. Sure, this gear that I have can go to Delibet, but then I have to get lifesteal gear to make this Lionheart better? Are you kidding me? Like, what are the odds I get good lifesteal gear on this unit? It's just like, the day I get tired of Lionheart, I can't even replace her gear. It is what it is. Let's say Cowark, I get bored of him. Okay, just take his gear off, give it to Pavel. You can do that. Or you can even just take off that gear, give it to another speed scaling unit. Or, on the other hand, I can take Arbiter Vildred's destruction gear, give it to my Kisei. I can take Kisei's destruction gear, give it to someone else. Tank gear is the same story. I can take Ice Steven's gear, give it to Rose. I can take Rose's gear, give it to someone else. Why is this unit so niche to the point where if you even try to use her out of her niche, she's useless? Ice Steven has become the same thing for me. After his buff, I was married to him. I really was. I would be like, yo, Ice Steven, best unit ever. But now I feel betrayed. Now, it's just, it is what it is. I feel like I'm starting to get emotional now, so I'm just going to end it here. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed seeing a guy lose his shit to a Lionheart. Goodbye. Actually, if you're still here, go check out this video where I use Arya 3 times or something into Lionheart, and guess what? I win all of them because Lionheart is bad. If you pick Arya into Lionheart, just don't S3. It's that simple. Just don't S3. Actually, if you do S3 at the correct time. What's she gonna do? S3 back? Thank you for watching. Goodbye.